All right, welcome into Market Day Report. I'm Scott Schulte, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning us in today. All right, glad to see you on a busy Monday morning. Lots of news over the weekend. A lot of market movement, if I can say that twice fast. Let's take a look and see what the markets are doing right now. How about corn? Let's bring that up on the big board. Our new technology. Look at this. How swift does that look? 5.5 cents higher in the front. That's May. 671 3/4 is last as a tick off the highs. So that's a pretty good start, isn't it? Let's go out to the new crop D's. 564.5 is last there. That's 4.5 cents higher on the day, and it's only about 3 ticks off of the highs there. So we're going to say corn is doing pretty well. I mean, we're only a couple, 3-4 cents higher, but still, that's some good going. Let's take a look at soybeans. This is a little bit better. This is solid double-digit gains there. Maize up 14 cents to 15.14.5. That's 1 tick off the highs there. Go out to the Nove. That's up 9 1/4 cents. 13.10 3/4 is last. And that's only a half cent off the highs. But look, folks, we broke $13 on the way down sometime overnight. So a little bit of a range there. $13, I suppose it's like grenades, right? We kind of hit it. It kind of held. We're back up to 13.10 3/4. Maybe that's the last time we'll peak at that number. How about wheat in Chicago? Chicago wheat, that's up double digits again. That's a dime higher in the May, and 692.5 is last there. About 3 cents off the highs. And let's go out to the D's. That's 12 cents higher to 7.29 3/4. So that's good, right? That's between 10 and 12 cents higher across the board in Chicago wheat. Let's go over to the hard red wheat in Kansas City. That's up between 2 3/4 and 7 cents. The 2 3/4 cents higher in the May. That's up front. 881.5 is last. About 5 cents off the highs. Let's go out to the D's. 6.5 cents higher there. 863 3/4 is last. Okay. Spring wheat, Minneapolis. What do we have going on there? That too is higher. Look at this. May's up 5 3/4 cents to 882. We got a 7-cent rally in the D's to 878 3/4. And that's about what? 3/4 cent off the highs out there. All right. Lastly, let's get to the cotton. We'll get to our next guest analyst. Cotton in the May is up 42 cents to 83.28. And we got D's up 13 points to 82.93. All right. Let's bring in Todd Horowitz. He's with Bubba Trading. The last time I checked, he was in Las Vegas, and he is still there. And that good for you, too, because I don't think you'd like the weather in Chicago today. All right. A lot of, I said that at the last segment, I said the same thing. Your phone starts lighting up. You get the texts and the emails about what's been happening with the wheat corridor. We reacted to it, but then we kind of came back home. What are your thoughts on all that?
Well, I think wheat's going higher. I think they're all going higher. And I think, we saw over the last few weeks, we saw this spread really narrow between corn and wheat, which is typically somewhere near $1, and got down into like 25 cents. So it was pretty easy to think that we would make a move. And I think we're seeing them all make a move. And certainly, I think the action was very good because we were lower overnight and we're starting to pick up some steam. So I think we're in pretty good shape here.
And what are your what's your long-term prognosis of that wheat quarter? I mean, is that something that we're going to have to be dealing with all year?
I think so. I think this has been, pretty nasty from the beginning. And of course, when you look at the breadbasket, in the Middle East, there's been food riots going on for months with the shortage there, which never made sense as the prices to continue to fall. But of course, we're seeing a lot of issues being dealt with here. But I think they're going to, eventually they have to find equilibrium. And I think equilibrium will be much higher than they are right now.
All right. That's always great content. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Bubba Horowitz with Bubba Trading after this. All right. Welcome back. Let's take a look at live cattle. Live cattle you want, live cattle you get. Let's take a look at that board in Chicago. Let's bring that up. And it's up 50 cents in the April, but we're going to go to June. 72 cents higher in June to 164.45. 15 cents off the highs. Not bad, right? Let's go out to the D. 77 cents higher there. 172.05. And that's 12 cents off the highs there. So live cattle, quietly better. Small change on the day, small range on the day, but still, we'll take it because it's a little bit better. Let's see about the feeder cattle. Well, let's go to May. That's up $1.82 to 209.72. And then go out to the October, to the deferreds. That's up 47 cents to 230.42. So the feeder cattle doing okay, considering, but not really lighting the place on fire, but we'll take it. $1.82 higher in the May is where we're looking. Let's go to lean hogs, and we'll get back to our guest analyst. Lean hogs across the board are a little bit better. May is up 75 cents to 81.20, 40 cents off the highs. June's up $1.52 to 88.40. That's just 12 cents off the highs. Let's bring back in Todd Bubba Horowitz. Todd, thanks for sticking around. Anything jump off the sheet at you there when we talk about these proteins, meats?
I think feeders look good, especially in the face of a corn rally. I think that looks good. Look, I think cattle looks really good. Obviously, the shortage is helping pricing, which is really not a great thing, but certainly I think they're going to continue to stay, at least moderately priced. I don't think there's a lot of room to the downside. Again, I think it goes back to the budget and your economy and what's going on. And I think hogs that did reach probably a bottom. And if we look out the curve in hogs, they look pretty solid and look like they're going to have a pretty good summer. And typically we go back into lower prices when we come back to winter. So I think everything looks pretty good in the protein complex. And I don't see cattle going up straight up like it did during the virus that we had a number of years ago. But I do think it continues to move higher or at least settle and not go much lower from here.
You're still on that. You got about 15 seconds left, but you're still on that train that thinks that we're going to get some more money coming back this way into these commodity markets, right?
I think we're going to get a lot of money this way because I do see equities breaking down. In fact, I'd be willing to say, in my opinion, the top of equities is in, and that money's going to go somewhere, and typically it's into the commodity markets. All
right, let's wait and see. That a lot of the viewers like to hear that. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much, Todd Horowitz, Bubba Trading. He's in Las Vegas. We're in Nash Vegas.